I'm curious, how many Gen Xers out there are feeling like they're aging faster, especially after 50 years old? And it's not only because you're getting older, maybe it's the lifestyle that you're living. And in this video, I want to share you my experience on how you can make your senior years more healthy and enjoyable. And I think most Gen Xers are not afraid of dying. I think what they're afraid of is losing their independence and no longer having their body function the way it used to. And I think we take a lot of things granted when we're younger. Waking up without joint pain, eating our favorite meals, because I hear a lot of people now, myself, I used to eat meals that I used to enjoy a lot, spicy meals, and now my stomach can't handle it anymore. Taking a walk without falling down is one of the things that I'm seeing my parents, even people in their 60s that don't take care of themselves. They have to worry about falling, breaking something, and if you fall and break something, I mean that's basically can be the end, right? Eyesight is another thing that starts to go. I had 20/20 vision, and now I have to wear reading glasses, and I never had to wear glasses in my entire life, and now here I am having to wear them, and I feel so sorry for people that had to wear glasses their entire life. And great memory. I had a phenomenal memory before, and now sometimes I'll go to a room and I'll forget what I was in there to look for. So I start to notice these things a lot more now, and also, just sometimes Facebook comes up. I see friends or people I went to high school with that are in their 50s, and even early 50s, and they're starting to experience a lot of health problems. And I notice there's also a big difference between how people experience these health issues. Some are doing very well, don't have any, and then some have full-blown diabetes, heart problems, even stroke. So for me, even though I feel like in my mind I'm 20, I notice a big change for me, and I've kept in shape my entire life, but when I spar my students or do activities with them, my mind will tell me that I need to go to a certain place and make a certain move, but my body doesn't react the same and get there fast enough. I noticed that my cardio is not the same. The younger guys can keep running forever, and I have a limited gas tank. So those are the things I really notice. But the funny thing is, I feel like I can still hang with them. But I guess there's a reason why they have these divisions for older folks and separate by age category, because it's wishful thinking to think that I can still match the intensity of a young person. So my ability to react is slower, and going back to my Facebook high school classmates, I just found out one girl that I went to high school with, and she had a heart attack, and this was a person I knew since we were teenagers, right? And it's really hard for me to comprehend, because I remember us as kids growing up, and now we're here at this stage. My cousin, he just told me that he might need open heart surgery. He's only a year older than me, and he hikes and so forth, but he also had a stressful tech job, and so these things are really something that hits me, and I started thinking about losing my independence and things like that, because I think what really shakes me to the core is when I visit my father-in-law in the care home, and I see the rest of the seniors in there, and they have no visitors. The family doesn't visit them. We're told by our carrier that we visit. We're the ones that visit my father-in-law the most, and everyone in there is just kind of just wasting away. They got, they don't have family visiting them. It just seems like they're just existing, not really living. And I thought to myself, there's no way that I want that to happen to me, right? And I'll do whatever I can to stay out of a nursing home, and I want to be, independent till the end. I mean, my hope is just, one day I just, croak, but I'm, living independently, I'm in shape, and go out without any suffering. So I think those things really, when I go in there, it really makes me sad, right, to see all the seniors there. And, I often ask the ones that are mentally there, sometimes I have a chance to talk to them, ask what they did for a living, and, you find out about them that they were, at air stewardess or something like that, and they talk about their work in the airlines and how they used to travel the world, and you think about it and you think, wow, that's like us now, right? And they're talking about their career, and you think about, what was it like for them when they were younger, right? And now they're in a home, right, and living the rest of their life out. So another story that I came across when I was at the care home was a gentleman was just brought in, and he doesn't like to socialize with anybody. And he was, the story I heard was he was kicking and screaming because they had to put him in a home. And he wasn't married, and he has no real family except for his sister. So his sister comes in to visit him, but that was it. And I thought, how sad, right? And so one of the things when I turned 50, and I promised myself was, even though I kept in shape, I want to treat my health like an investment. Before, I was always trying to be the best, push my body as hard as I can. But now it's like a portfolio that has compounded over time, and now I want to preserve what I have. I don't want to hurt myself, and because if you don't take care of yourself, one day it comes back to haunt you. And it's not too late for us 40 or 50-year-olds, even 60, if you're still healthy, to reinvent yourself and reinvent your health plan to take care of yourself. Because if you don't have your health, I see people, saving for retirement, and they're all dreaming about retirement, and they're not healthy. And if you're not healthy, then you can't do the things that you want to do. You can't travel, you can't enjoy life, and really the money that you have doesn't mean anything anymore. I mean, what's the purpose of it if you can't walk, or you can't walk up a flight of stairs without gasping for air, or without an oxygen tank? To me, that's not living. So I want to share with you just some of the things that I do, and it's nothing earth-shattering, right? I basically keep everything basic for my lifestyle. So I eat organic food as much as I can. I know it's expensive, but I try to eat everything very clean, no processed food, very, very little. And maintaining muscle mass, I wasn't training in weights before. I stopped in my late 20s. But I started to pick it up again, even though I don't like it, I don't particularly enjoy it. I do it because I want to prevent muscle wasting. So I spend 30 minutes to 40 minutes 4 times a week to lift weights. I still do my martial arts, and I do cardio as well through martial arts. Probably gonna go back to do some kickboxing, but not to spar, just to kick the bags and stuff like that. And I do need to incorporate some yoga or something to do with flexibility, because that's one thing I don't do a lot of is spending more time stretching. And of course, proper sleep, which I can obviously improve on as well. So those are the basics. I mean, everyone's got their plan, their interests. So I cannot say, follow my plan, because everyone's a little bit different. But even going for regular walks to keep your body moving. I try to get up in the morning now, first thing in the morning, go out for a nice walk just to get the blood flowing and just smell the fresh air and be in nature. So as Gen Xers going into the second half of our life, I know many of you are depressed about the thought of having a limited amount of time to live. But I believe the biggest question to answer is, what is our ability to take advantage of our remaining years? Will it be quality years? And what can we do to make it the most enjoyable and the best years of our life? So tell me what one thing that you're doing right now to make sure that you can live a quality life in your senior years. Feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear from all of you. And if you like this video, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you next time. And feel free to check out my next video. All right, take care for now, and I'll talk to you soon.